Yes. My name is Nancy Bills, and I am the State Court Judge of Rockdale County. I've lived in Rockdale County since 1992, but I came to Rockdale County in 1989. Came to Rockdale County for my first job, which was an assistant district attorney. Had never even been to Conyers before that. And I lived in Alpharetta, which that many years ago was a long way away. So never been to Conyers, came to Conyers, interviewed, got the job, and have never left.
From then until now?
So I'm not as old as those people that told you that, but in 1989, Rockdale County still was a commuter community. So most people that lived in Rockdale County worked in Atlanta. And of course, I-20 did not take you an hour each way to get to and from Atlanta. So we didn't have near the traffic, but Rockdale County was just a tiny little suburban community. A lot of it has not changed at all. It's the same, and I think that's because a lot of the people have stayed where they are. So have you interviewed Judge Mumford?
Not yet.
Okay, so Judge Mumford was the first DA in this circuit. He was my first boss. So now he'll be the Chief Superior Court Judge when Judge Irwin retires, and he and I have known each other. I worked for him, I've worked for all the DAs since him, except for Alicia, because I came on the bench after being in private practice. But Rockdale County has grown, it's boomed. It's still suburban, but gosh, we're almost 90,000 people now. So I love everything that I originally loved about Rockdale County. It's still got small town feel, it's a community. All of the people know each other, all the elected officials know each other, we get along together, we work together. We don't always agree on everything, but it is a wonderful place to live. It's a wonderful place to come to work every day. I've been on the bench for 16 years, and I wouldn't change a single thing about it. Okay, so shopping, I do love. Probably my favorite store is not really a mom and pop store, but TJ Maxx is my favorite store. My favorite restaurant is definitely a homegrown, Seven Gables is over on 138. It's an older house that he renovated. It's been here since the 90s. He's an old time. Alon Bouzaba is the chef. He was on Green Street originally, so he's been here forever. That restaurant is one of my favorites. I love Old Town and what's happened to Old Town, all the new stores that have come in. I love the local coffee shops. I mean, I love the feel of Old Town. I did. That was awesome. Actually, when I read the questions about memories, that's one of my favorite memories. So when the Olympics were here in 1996, I was an assistant district attorney. And you were obviously young at the time, so you probably don't remember anything about. So the horse park had events, had Olympic events, Atlanta had events, and a lot of things in the venues kind of closed up because all the law enforcement was going to be busy with the Olympic events, and so we didn't have court or anything for that. I don't even remember how long of a period of time it was, maybe 2 weeks. So as an assistant district attorney, we all got uniforms, and we all got to take turns going out to the venues and just kind of being there for law enforcement. So if they needed advice on, an arrest or taking somebody into custody, or what do we do with this person, or how do we charge them, or what do we charge them with, we got to be the law enforcement out at the horse park. And of course, nothing ever happened, knock on wood, which was great. So we just got to see all of the equestrian events and everything that went on out there. And that was, of course, the Olympics were great for Atlanta. They were great for Conyers. The horse park is still booming, and you can still go out there and see the Olympic rings and all that. But that's probably one of my favorite memories of Conyers, was being involved with the Olympics. It was awesome. Well, I think when you said that, what popped up, and it hasn't been real recent, but one of the best things that's ever popped up in Rockdale County is the Career Academy. the number of schools hasn't really changed a lot in Rockdale. Salem was the new school, and of course that was in the 90s. So we have the 3 high schools, then we have the magnet school, and then RCA, the Career Academy, was this, at the time, cutting edge, really great school. And I have one child that went through schools here, and her favorite school in the county was Rockdale Career Academy. And they get you ready for college, they get you ready for a career, they get you certified. And that was, if you haven't interviewed Joanne Caldwell, you need to interview Joanne Caldwell. She was our clerk for a long, long time, and she was the driving force behind the Career Academy. And I think they named the auditorium for her. But it is, and it continues to boom, and we have interns actually throughout the courthouse. So work-based learning is part of the Career Academy. So if you want to be a police officer, if you want to be a court reporter, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a probation officer, you can be an intern with the DA, with state court, with the public defenders, with accountability courts, and you get to come in as part of your class and see how all of it really works. So you can figure out, well, maybe that's not what I thought it was going to be, because it's not like TV, or we don't do jury trials in an hour. Funny things like that you see on TV, but it is, great students come back and come back from law school and become lawyers. You get to see, if you stay here long enough, you get to see the successes of people's ideas. And Joanne Caldwell and the group of people that did that, that's something that'll always be an amazing addition to Rockdale. Well, you probably have heard this in your interviewing, or you will. One restaurant that stands out that's no longer here that I wish was here is Glenn's Barbecue. And Glenn's Barbecue used to be in the Kroger shopping center, right where it meets the corner. And then it eventually moved before it closed. But Glenn's Barbecue was here forever and ever, way before barbecue became such a big thing and there was one on every corner. But Glenn's Barbecue, anybody in Rockdale will know it, and we still talk about it, and it's been gone for probably decades, but it was some good barbecue. Yes, we keep telling, and the family that started Glenn's still is in the community, so I'm sure they hear it a lot, but anybody that ever runs into them is like, oh, we miss Glenn's, we really miss Glenn's, we wish you were still around. So they're still in the community, but they're just not running Glenn's Barbecue. To me, what's special about Rockdale County are the relationships. The people, in all the divisiveness that's going on in the community, I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen, since I came here and up to now, I think people of different races get along and have always gotten along. I think people treat each other with dignity. I think diversity is welcome. I think everybody tries to get to know each other as a person without labeling in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's what is appealing, and that's why you can talk to any county commission, you can talk to courthouses across the country and across the state. The people in this community get along together and make progress and make decisions together because we know each other. We know each other's families, we respect each other, and that's how we treat each other. It's not just are you a Republican, are you a Democrat? In my case, nonpartisan, but there's just not the divisiveness and the labels and it's people. I think in Rockdale County has always been just very people-oriented and community-oriented, and I think that's our strength. I'm privileged and honored to serve Rockdale County, and like I said before, I can't think of any place I'd rather be. So happy 150th birthday, Rockdale County, and I hope you have 150 more.